I'm doing pretty good. Anybody want to start it off first?
Was a win today, or was that or a touchdown today? Was that the way of making it up for the event you couldn't get to?
You said what?
Was your way of making it up for the event you couldn't get to the fans, giving them a touchdown and a win today?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it. But I think the way that I was able to do it as well was I got to give a boy the football at the end of the touchdown. Just saw him out there, was able to sign the football for him. And then when I had to go out there and do interview for Q13, I was able to sign a lot of the fans, take selfies and stuff with them. I was out there for about, 10, 15 minutes. So, I mean, that was a part of a way that I was able to make it up to them. But who knows, maybe we have a chance to come out here and play again, and we could be able to figure out how to actually get something done.
What do you think of the fans in this game? Seemed like a lot of Seahawks fans.
Amazing. Felt like we was playing in another home game. I flew about 9 hours all the way down here, and all I seen was green. I mean blue. Yeah, green and blue. Seeing Seahawks fans out there, even when we were traveling in London, out there screaming our names, like taking pictures with us when we were looking at the London Eye. And being able to come out here and just play in front of them and just play in front of all the fans in London. Never knew we had a lot of Seahawks fans out here before we even came out here. And it was amazing just to be able to interact with them even before I came in here. Being able to take selfies with them and talk to them and hearing some of them say they look up to me or I'm their favorite player. Like little things like that. I don't think people realize how much that actually motivates us and inspires us to keep doing what we're doing.
You were feeling jet lag or anything throughout the week, or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I never got adjusted to the time. My goal was to go to sleep at 3 or 4 in the morning because that's about 7 o'clock in Seattle, and because a lot of guys was going to sleep around 10 and waking up at 2 and couldn't go back to sleep till like 6 or 7. So I was like, all right, my theory is if I go to sleep at 3, I could be able to sleep all the way to 10 because we didn't have meetings until 10:30 or 11. And so I was able to at least get 7 hours. And then after meetings, I could go back to sleep for like an hour and a half. And then I could be able to like adapt throughout the day. I think it worked for me. I went to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning last night. And then I took a nap before we ended up coming out here and I felt great. But I mean, if the hardest thing is having to adjust, then we had an amazing trip because everybody did just that. Everybody did their part in being able to tell us what we needed to be able to do. Went out there, had great practices leading up to this game. And like I said, everybody enjoyed this trip. We had a great time, and we want to do it again.
With your group when you're able to have 3 different wide receivers score touchdowns in a game?
Amazing. When you're looking at the teams that we're going to play next, they got to figure out the scouting report and figure out what to do, and they got to decide whether they want to stop the run or the pass. And if they decide to try to stop the run, we're just going to sit there and pass the ball. And you seen what David Moore did today. You seen what Doug did today. You seen what JB did today when he set it off with the first touchdown. And even when we threw that slant to Brandon Marshall. We feel like we got a really great receiving core, and we can really be able to play and feed off of each other. And you see that's what we do. We go out there, we have fun. We don't care about who gets the credit. We don't care about how many yards somebody gets or how many touchdowns somebody gets. As soon as you see somebody score, guess what? We got a touchdown celebration for it every single week, just to be able to enjoy it. And the more that you enjoy it, the more you realize your plays are going to come.
Have fun with those celebrations.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, having a great time. When JB scored, we did the little drumline celebration. Drumline was a movie that was a long time ago, and the guy ended up playing, and I was Nick Cannon, and I believe Nick Cannon started playing on the other person's drums, so I was playing on Doug's drums, and then that's when the dude got mad and hit him. So Doug punched me, and then I kind of fell out. So it was just things like that we think of during practice to try to just have fun with it whenever we score.
Talk about the influence Doug has had on you since you've been on the team.
Yeah, Doug is a leader. Doug is somebody who you can always count on. And the thing that I learned about him is even when I watch him, he always finds a way to get the job done. And when I talk to him and when I get to know him and we talk about things and I become vulnerable to him and he helps me throughout life, it allows me to be able to see that when you have somebody that cares about you and who truly wants the best for you, it makes it easier for you to go out there and want to play for your brother. And being able to understand the type of leader that he was and just being able to understand what he brings to the table helps me learn more about myself and how I want to be able to give more of myself to everybody on this team.
Anything else for Tyler? Thank you.
All right, it's been real, London.